Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosa. Welcome. I'm currently transitioning in a no-buy conscious mindset to stop giving in to consumerism. So join me on this journey on Mondays at 8 a.m. Pacific time. This video is going to be about the eyeshadow palette tag. This video idea came from Samantha and Ali here on YouTube. I will link down below their original videos. This includes 13 unique questions. This tag was actually pretty challenging for me because I don't have a big makeup collection. I only have 5 palettes in my collection, so I want to see which of these palettes gain the most points. So let's just get started. The first question is, what is your newest palette? My newest palette is the Tati Beauty palette. I actually can't believe that I bought this one almost a year ago. I bought this on October 25th of last year, and we're already in June, so it's crazy how fast the time has gone. But yes, this one is my newest palette. Second question is, what is your oldest palette? The oldest palette and also my first palette is the one from Morphe and Kathleen Lights. Who still has this one? I'm super curious. Leave it in the comments below if you still have this palette. And this one looks like this. This one I got on November 9th, 2016. The third question is, what is your most expensive palette? My most expensive palette is also this one, simply because I ended up buying this one on eBay when this palette sold out on the Morphe website. I think I paid around 50 bucks. I know, pretty embarrassing. I promised myself that I wasn't gonna buy another palette off of eBay or Amazon. The fourth question is, what is my most affordable palette? And that is the ColourPop All I See Is Magic. This one cost me $21.45, including tax. The fifth question is, what is your everyday palette? And that one is pretty tricky because lately I haven't really dipped into an eyeshadow palette. Most of the time I just put a little color on the crease for the same color that I'm using, like a bronzer or a blush. So I technically don't have an everyday palette. Question number 6, what is the most colorful palette you have? The most colorful palette I have would have to be the Morphe. This one is the 35B. Question number 7 is, what is your smallest palette? In my collection it would be the ColourPop All I See Is Magic. Question number 9 is, what is your biggest palette? And that would be the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. Question number 9 is, what is the palette with the best memory? I would have to say the Tati Beauty one, simply because I used this palette for my birthday for this year. And I was actually pretty proud of the look I came up with. And also because it's a video that I posted this year where I've become more active on my YouTube channel. So it just brings the best memories for me. Question number 10, what is the palette worth the hype? And I would have to say also the Tati Beauty palette. I really think that it was such a unique idea to come up with different finishes. You can actually come up with so many looks. It's just a beautiful palette overall. Question number 11 is, what is the palette not worth the hype? There's not a palette in my collection that I dislike. I don't use this palette anymore because it's just so old and I feel like the pigment is not as good anymore, and I've been able to replace the colors from other palettes. But it doesn't mean that it wasn't worth the hype. I feel for me it was a great palette. Question number 11 is, what is your favorite palette from your favorite brand? This one is another tricky question because I don't have a favorite brand, but in my collection 3 out of the 5 palettes that I have are from Morphe. So from those 3, I guess I could say that my favorite palette is the one from Jaclyn Hill, simply because the colors are so diverse. I could come up with a cool look or a warm look, and it has plenty of mattes and shimmers in it, but it does not mean that Morphe is my favorite brand. Last question is, what is your most used palette? And that would be the Morphe and Kathleen Lights. It was my first palette. I've hit pan on a lot of them. I use this one a lot for my eyebrows. Every time I would travel, I would take this palette with me. If I wanted a pop of color, I could use the green or like the red. I also enjoy the dark black one here. I can use it as an eyeliner. Now I would say that most of the neutral colors I can pick from the Tati Beauty palette. So yeah, that's pretty much all my palettes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.